Hello again. In this podcast, I want to focus on the key concept that underpins the HR and service delivery reforms we will be discussing on day 2 of our public administration module. What links these reforms is the application of strategic management theories, models and techniques, which have the effect of introducing performance management into the public sector. It does this because strategic management links public policy and public management to performance. In traditional bureaucratic public administration systems, performance was driven by compliance with rules and regulations and controlling inputs or processes. In contrast, performance management is driven by a focus on outputs or outcomes and measurable results. The slogan used to describe this approach is managing for results, and the private sector origins of strategic management are clearly evident in this term. Under pressure to improve efficiency and increase effectiveness, that is to say, provide better services at lower costs, governments could no longer rely upon the bureaucratic model for answers and looked instead to business for performance management frameworks and techniques. Of these, performance management has been described as the holy grail of most contemporary public management innovation. That is to say, the most sought after, but the hardest to successfully implement. Most OECD countries have introduced performance management reforms to their public sectors, but are in different phases of implementation and have varied objectives and approaches. However, the introduction of performance management into the public sector raises at least 3 practical issues. The first is the assumption that transferring techniques from business to the public sector will automatically work. Many expert observers of public administration argue that the public sector environment is different and thus requires a different framework for delivering public value. A second issue is the long chain of implementation from talk and decisions to actions and results. The experience does not always match the promise in the talk about a particular reform, or even the objectives implicit or explicit in decisions to adopt the reform in a government policy statement. Decisions may not be fully implemented, and actual changes in practice do not guarantee the results. The third issue is how to judge the impact of reforms and evaluate results. Unlike the bottom line of a private sector business, performance improvements in the public sector are rarely linked to something as simple as profitability. Instead, reforms may lead to economies or savings, efficiency, effectiveness, cultural changes in values and attitudes, and improved management capacity. These are all different criteria, and some of these are more difficult to assess, let alone measure, than others. Further, much of the work of government concerns human services such as health, education, and welfare. The outcomes of programs relating to human services are often intangible and may not be evident in the short term. Measuring performance in these areas is complicated but not impossible. The risk is that what will be measured is what can be easily counted, rather than what really matters. Despite the challenges, performance management in its various forms will continue to be a key instrument of public sector reform, so long as governments remain under pressure to demonstrate that they are providing value for money. I'd like now to invite each of you to reflect upon the implications of introducing strategic management theory and practices, such as performance management, into the public sector. I have 2 questions for you. Firstly, what are the challenges public managers confront in implementing strategic planning and performance measurement in the public sector? Secondly, what can public sector managers actually do to manage for results? Thanks for listening.